with our irresponsible policies, our irrational action. We've driven Russia and China together to the point now that they have no choice but to work in collusion against the United States because we are the enemy. I hate to say this as an American, George, but we're the bad guys. We're not the good guys. We don't bring anything good to this world today. Nothing. I challenge anybody to tell me what we do that's good in the world today. We have, Donald Trump likes to think of himself as the man of gold, the Midas touch. But you do know that the Midas touch was a curse, that everything he touched died. Because when you turn it to gold, it loses life. Donald Trump doesn't recognize that. Everything he touches dies. And the Russians and the Chinese know that.
And all that glisters is not gold, of course.
Scott gave us a pretty good metaphor, but it's not quite right. You see, it's not the Midas touch. It's the shit touch. Everything Trump touches doesn't turn to gold. It turns to shit. And that's not just a reflection of his face or character. It's a reflection of what he's done to America. Look at the evidence. His businesses, bankruptcies and fraud. His marriages, divorces and affairs. His presidency, impeachments and chaos. His diplomatic efforts, failures and humiliation. His economic policies, inflation, debt, and a collapsing middle class. Now he's taken that same touch to China and the result is exactly what you'd expect. Everything turned to shit. He went to Beijing thinking he could bully his way to victory. He went back with crumbs. Trump's touch doesn't create gold. It creates chaos. It creates failures. It creates a country that's weaker, poorer, and more isolated than it was before.
What does he want from the U.S.?
A lot of things. We talked about a lot of things. Too many things to discuss, but a lot of things. We had a very good meeting, but we want things from them. One thing he agreed to today is going to order 200 jets. That's a big thing, Boeing. 200 big ones. That's a lot of jobs. That's a lot. Boeing wanted 150. He got 200. He said, I think it was a commitment. I mean, sort of like a statement, but I think it was a commitment.
Now, you see the lie. Trump is claiming he got more than Boeing wanted. But Scott just told us the truth. The original deal was 500 planes. 500. Trump got 200, right? That's a 60% loss from what was already on the table. And here's where it gets even more embarrassing. The stock market immediately rejected this so-called victory. Boeing shares dropped 4% the moment Trump announced the deal. Why? Because Wall Street traders, people who actually understand the market, knew instantly that Trump had gotten outmaneuvered. The market was screaming, "This is a disaster." Trump is celebrating crumbs while the loaf of bread stayed in Beijing. He's using used-car-salesman math. I got you 200 instead of 150. Except the customer was originally supposed to get 500. This is what happens when a real estate developer with a history of bankruptcies tries to negotiate with engineers and strategists.